This case is made by a company called Fuxk. That's the actual name, F-U-X-K. And we had this special made, custom, for the metal band Trivium. So we are building a custom computer for Trivium. This is the Fuxk case. What the hell, what is this Fuxk case? So this is what we're gonna build in today. This thing is super cool. It is the craziest case we've ever worked on. We are doing a streaming/gaming PC for Trivium, working with Matt Heafy over there. He gave us the option of either full-on RGB Akihabara or the color black. So we went with that one. It's about as metal as you can get. And he doesn't know what we're building, just that we're building it. So we get to surprise him. So we set up the computer in the corner over here.
I'm not looking yet. I'm gonna put my stuff down in case I start crying. Holy sh!
Let me stop you there, Matt. We're already playing with fire with demonetization with the name of this case. And this gave us the option to work with the case modder Xin Kai, who actually commercially sells a similar case, but we had to make a lot of tweaks to this one, like resizing the motherboard tray, adding in additional brackets for the capture card, and then it fell off a boat into the ocean and we had to scrub all of the stuff off of it. Yeah, maybe we should lay it down on the non-moldy side. It doesn't even, you don't even need a knife. I can feel the wet through the gloves. Should we open it outside? I think that's mold. So this took a long time, but it's gonna be a fun and a challenging build. Let's get started. Before that, this video is brought to you by Thermaltake and their new Series 500TG ARGB mid-tower case. The Thermaltake Series case is perforated all on the front panel and the power supply shroud, including perforations on the cable side of the case for further ventilation to the PSU and hard drive chamber of the case. A separate access door for hard drives makes the case easy to work with for 3.5-inch storage, or the door can be swapped out for a separate LCD panel kit that displays system information. Other features include a GPU support kit, vertical mounting, and a hinged glass panel. Learn more at the link in the description below. Man, so like 4 months of back and forth on this thing, and it happens to fall off the boat that it shipped on. Looks like some screws fell out, so we'll have to find them or machine new ones. This is gonna be a group project, but 100% we can fix this. All right, so the left side needs work. Yeah, that sound shouldn't happen.
So there was definitely some of that like yellowish stuff that was on the outside made it in to the case. There's some residue in here.
There's a screw out there somewhere. It fell when I picked up this stuff. I roughly know where it is. Oh, that looks cool. Check that out after I find the screw on the ground in the parking lot.
As you have already seen, the box that this came in was abused at some point between China and here. It was wet, it was banged up, and the case inside has survived, but there's some damage that we'll need to address.
This poor guy didn't make the trip. Well, I guess it made the trip, but didn't make the trip in one piece. There's a really great angle. Yeah, look at that right there. That's how it's supposed to look, right? All right, so should we just start going at it, taking it apart?
How apart were you thinking?
I did not have a plan, so we're formulating a plan right now.
Okay.
Can we get some Trivium music going?
Matt, you wouldn't put a takedown on our video for playing copyrighted music, right?
It's supposed to be threaded through that as well.
Yeah, man, they must have smacked the hell out of this thing.
That's the sound it's supposed to make. Clicky, clacky, clicky, clacky. It's a great sound. Can I just say that the Trivium logo looks deadly?
The team started getting a little loopy after a few days of just cleaning this.
I'm waiting because I'm tempted to try, but...
All right.
Oh, right, the tape, yeah.
The tape.
Yeah.
The tape. You know, I seem to do a lot more stupid things when I'm here filming.
So I stepped back in to get the build started. Okay, so for this, I would like Patrick and Mike to handle this build. Mike is over here. Mike does basically all of the cooler testing at this point. And a couple things. So just so we're all on the same page, Mike hasn't done an open loop build before.
Never.
I think this would be a really good training exercise. I think it'd be good for you to get familiar with all the components.
I'm glad you picked a really simple case for me to start with. I appreciate it.
Yeah, really low profile as well. This will be a good one for you to learn on because we can't make any mistakes. So Patrick will be here to help though. Well, good luck.
Thanks. Off we go.
Yeah, so first thing we want to do is just put the motherboard in, because that will...
I can do that part.
Yeah, everything else depends on that.
I'm gonna do it just the way that they say in the directions. Does it look good? Did I make you proud?
Uh-huh. Now put the cooler on.
Block me. Whatever.
Okay.
Ooh. Look at how perfectly sized that is.
Wow.
That's pretty slick. I mean, that'll work for sure.
Okay.
Oh, there's gonna be so much space. So, how much slack do we want? Because the world is our oyster on the front of the case here. Like, there's so much room, and we're still gonna have to. So, where's the power supply go? Oh no. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna want a little slack on there.
Hold on.
See, this is what you get for rushing me on these tubes here.
Oh, it's my fault. It's my fault. All right, let's get this power supply into place. Being able to place these fans back in there with the cooling fittings, they just didn't fit. So we took the thin fans that were on this back plate and we're going to install them here on the bottom. So we are going to chop a couple of these radiator screws with the Dremel. So we are installing the power supply right now because we are trying to finalize the routing of some of the tubing. Oh boy. Steve just left, but he was kind of helping us finalize our idea with the inline for the CPU block coming from the flow indicator. There was a lot of exploration and kind of discovery. We had at one point removed this piece and routed it through there, but having the tubes running on the outside, I think, was a little bit too, it widened the profile of the case too much and wasn't good. We wanted to kind of tuck it all in as much as we could, so thanks. Good thing I got my tools.
Okay.
In case it's too tight.
I didn't use
And my calibrated eye didn't let me down. Look at that. I broke it loose.
Okay. Well, that's because my powerful fingers were able to tighten it down without its tool.
You have the most powerful fingers in the office. Everybody knows that. It's the first thing Steve warned me about when he offered me a job here. He said, beware of Patrick's powerful fingers. I think we're ready to pressure test. What do you say?
I think we are.
All right, pump us up.
What are we taking it to?
Is it leaking out?
It's rapidly losing pressure.
It's at the bottom of the reservoir here. We have soapy water.
Okay.
I think there's a leak right there.
Yeah. So it seems pretty inevitable that it would leak without any kind of, rubber or gasket. So
Sure.
my suspicion is that if we filled it with liquid, it wouldn't leak, but we should be responsible about this. And like you said, if we can do this the right way, then we should do it the right way.
We ordered no ring after determining that we were leaking around the bottom of the reservoir here. Let's. I'm gonna put this back on and then we'll pressure test.
All right. So our other goals today are going to be to get this flow indicator mounted in a way that will actually stay and flush the loop once we have everything in a spot that we like.
Beautiful. So you can see we're at 0.3 bar and holding steady. That went quick.
Yep. If we see a bunch of mud come out of it, then maybe we'll keep going. But I think it should be clean in there. We could also do some loop pre-treatment at this point, but that might be a little overkill.
Goodness. I can hardly keep up, Patrick.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking maybe not the funnel.
The funnel would have been a disaster.
Did you kill the pump?
I killed
Okay.
it. Yeah, I needed a...
It's coming up.
Oh,
Watch out.
stop.
On this pump and some other ones I've seen, you have a bunch of, basically a circuit board under this plate, and this isn't watertight.
Right.
So if you go really wrong and everything floods, this is also something to look out for, because especially if you have your reservoir overflowing, it'll get in here and it won't die immediately, but it'll start corroding with the water,
Right.
submerging the electronics, and then eventually it'll die completely. Ask me how I know. Don't ask me how I know.
Well, we got to Florida yesterday. It was about 9-10 hour drive, and we are ready to deliver the system. I'm good for now. Stairs will be fun. So this is where Trivium's been practicing, and we're gonna set it up upstairs in their practice space. Let's put it down. Okay, so I'll do a quick walk around of the space we're gonna be working in. We might do like a tour or something on the GN Extras channel. If we do, I'll link it below. This is where the actual build is gonna go. So we're gonna set that up here. I'll probably, I don't know, we'll figure out left or right side based on cabling and stuff, but the plan is, I think they're gonna use this for actual streaming. So they're gonna set it up here. They'll have their cameras positioned where there's gonna be at least probably one on drums and then one on each of the spots that they take when they're practicing. So I think they're going for at least a 4-camera setup. And then anything more than that, we'll have to help them figure it out. Let's get to actually setting this thing up. Okay, so we have a little bit under an hour until Matt gets here, and he basically set us up to get in, set it all up for him, and surprise him, which means we need to work pretty fast at this point. But I wanted to show off this completely custom mouse mat that we had made for them. So we worked with the same factory that we use for our own stuff, and it's really hard to get a factory to do a sample with like the custom underside and custom stitching and all this stuff if you aren't actually in production for a product. And because this was just a one-off, we had to line this up with our own red and black mouse mats to get this made, because otherwise they wouldn't have the rubber supply for it. So we threw this together using their logos and iconography, and I think he's gonna like it. So let's go grab the computer now. Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. Let's maybe just get it on top for now.
Okay.
It's looking pretty good. I think it would look best at a slight angle, but I don't know if we have like all that real estate to work with. Let's see.
Pretty slick. We've got the cards locked in here. These brackets we're not using them exactly the way that the case was originally intended, because our riser cables aren't at exactly the same distance out from the side of the case as the original ones that the case was designed around were. But we're able to use the not the correct holes on the cards here. So these are both very secure, and we've got them lined up with the brackets now. And then I was looking at the liquid level in the reservoir. That is pretty much exactly where it was when we left. There's still some air in the system, but there's plenty of liquid in there for that to work itself out.
Monitor.
Did Asus see fit to supply their streamer with oh, they've got a power brick somewhere. It's got a barrel jack on it.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Because, you know, we made the monitor this big, but we couldn't fit a power supply inside of it.
Where's the brick? Is that? Okay. That's what you just looked in. He says he'll bring another monitor just in case, and he says this was new in box. I was just asking him if he had used it at home or anything. So it should be around. There is 34 minutes remaining. Mm-hmm. Texting Matt, he is streaming right now at a different location. I asked him a question, and all of his answers are about 3 letters long and in rapid succession, because he's trying to stream, sing, and type at the same time. So we are going to use a monitor that I'm pretty sure he bought for traveling to set up this computer. There you go, there's your monitor. Sorry. About 14 minutes or so left till he gets here. That looks like Matt from here. Hey.
Great to finally meet you. Thanks for coming down, dude.
This is Matt.
What's up? How you doing?
From Trivium. Matt just rolled in, and we were just talking about we're going to do the unveil now.
Yep, I'm so excited. We've been talking about this for a little while now.
Yes.
The world slowed us down because the world got slowed down.
Yeah. Well, I think I told you about how the computer case.
Yes.
We did a custom case, and when it first showed up, it was like.
What's up, Alex? Good, right?
It was like completely soaked. Did I tell you that?
No.
Okay. Well, that'll be a good story for you. Okay, so we set up the computer in the corner over here.
I'm not looking yet. I'm gonna put my stuff down in case I start crying. All right. Holy shit! What? That's insane. What?
The monitor will, will address. But
dude, I've never even seen anything like this before.
So this is We were talking about ideas, right? You gave me a few. I don't know if you remember these conversations, but
I do. Is this desk enough for this? Just want to make sure.
we were talking about the desk. So, yeah, I mean, the desk is like, it's okay.
Yeah, we'll get a better
The
desk.
monitor does fit.
Dude, this is so insane. I've never seen anything like this before.
The company's name is Xin Kai, and they spell it F-U-X-K.
Yeah.
So it's made by Fox.
This is, I still just can't believe it. It looks like something out of the Matrix just showed up in here.
So this is the GPU is on this side. And then this is your capture card. So that's the Elgato capture card. This is the CPU water block.
It's got the CPU hooked up to the liquid cooling. Nothing else is on liquid cooling. All of this is just for the CPU.
Wow.
Which is way more than it needs. But
Yeah.
I mean,
The rest is air cooling.
yeah. 240 radiator down here and one up here, and the routing's kind of crazy. I mean, we had to, I don't even remember the route it takes, but we wanted to get it through this flow indicator and both radiators and the pump and the CPU block. So it's kind of going all the way around this side and that side and up here, and we got these tubes going on either side. So all the tubes and stuff are functional. They all have liquid going through them.
I can't wait to see the making of video.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Sure.
Yeah, don't look over here yet. Okay. Put the mic on, then come over. Isn't that absurd? Yeah.
So the computer's back where Patrick's working in the corner.
Dude, look at that.
The beast.
The background's not going to look great.
Wow, yeah, it's
Dude, it's absurd.
hell yeah, this looks great.
So,
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
So what are what are the stats, the details?
On the left
We got
side,
under the hood.
it's towards the highest end right now that NVIDIA makes. So that'll drive like, if you guys want to use this for games, definitely no problem.
All right, one more reaction. Dude, wait to see this thing.
Check it out. This is a computer. So this is this is a streaming computer.
I wouldn't even know how to turn the thing on.
What do they call it? Yeah, it does run with the Halo gun. Yeah.
Oh, we should show you guys how to turn it on. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
And it changes color.
That's
Very important. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yes.
But let's rehearse. Let's give you guys a private show. I gotta wash my hands real quick.
Okay.
And let's do it.
This project was awesome to work on. First of all, massive thank you to Trivium and especially to Matt for their incredible patience while we spent forever working on this, because we haven't done a build quite like this before, and we learned a lot along the way about how to manage it, because there are all kinds of things that go wrong that you just don't expect. But we were able to get it all together in an awesome way, and we're really happy with the outcome. So thank you, Matt, for your patience, and also super cool, we were able to use all of Matt's own music in this video. If you're into any kind of heavier music, metal especially, metalcore, I'd highly recommend you check out Trivium. They're gonna be on tour actually very soon in the US. But let us know what you think below. It was fun to do something different from the usual benchmarking. We love doing this kind of stuff because it reminds us what got us all interested in computers, which is just building cool things. We'll have a separate tour of the Trivium headquarters over on the side channel on GN Extra, so you can check that out later. It'll go up a little bit after this one. And as always, thank you all for watching. Go to store.gamersnexus.net to help us out directly by buying things like our solder mat and our mod mat, and go do a search for Trivium on YouTube and see what you think. Subscribe for more. We'll see you all next time.